Hey, what's going on? This is the Confidence Magnet here with another great video. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to build an amazing credit score if you have no credit at all. So for those of you who never thought about building your credit, but you wanted to decide now is the time to do so, you might want to buy a house, you might want to buy a car, or you just might want to increase your capital on a business you're trying to build. This is the video for you, and it's a good way to start from the ground level when you have no credit at all. I actually did a video not too long ago on how to build your credit from the ground up, and that video, you can actually refer to that video to tell you what you need and what determines your credit score. And it also mentions some very important factors that you need to pay attention to. So once you finish watching this video, you can watch that other video to give you an idea on what affects your credit score and all that other good stuff. So without further ado, let's get it. Time and patience is a must. Being that you have no history of making a payment, you are considered a higher risk. You may even be a higher risk than a person with a poor credit history. The reason why you are a higher risk is because they don't know you. It's kind of like somebody that they just came to your house and you're like, okay, who is this person? I don't know this person. Keep an eye on that person. He looks a little shady. But if you have a bad history, but okay, at least I'm aware of this person, and if this person is coming to me, I'll say that I'll give him a chance and let's see what he's about. But I know that he has a history. So if you have no history, you're more riskier than a person with a history, even if that history is a poor history. You must have a never miss a payment mentality. When you have a long history of paying your bills on time and never missing a payment, you will have doors open to you at a higher rate. So when you apply for a credit card, and let's say that you never missed a payment, the creditors, they see this, they say, okay, he has an excellent credit score and he's never missed a payment over a certain amount of time. I'm definitely going to give him some credit. This isn't always the case. Sometimes there are other factors that determine you getting approved. Sometimes the length of credit is a determining factor, but if you've never missed a payment, the doors will open for you majority of the time. Keep debt utilization low, and debt utilization is how much debt you have available. So if you look at your credit card and it says the balance, if you have a balance on your credit card, that's debt utilization. So span out from all your credit cards, depending on, let's say you have 5 credit cards. If you have $10,000 credit on all of them altogether, and let's say that out of all those cards, you're using about 80 to 100% of it because all your credit cards are maxed out, this shows that you're a higher risk. So you want to be very careful with that, because low debt utilization shows a high level of self-control and finance savvy. So if you have a low debt utilization, it shows that you are very savvy with your finances. You know how to pay your bills on time, and you know not to get into trouble. Having a bunch of maxed out credit cards makes you look higher risk. Don't have too many inquiries. And an inquiry is each time you apply for some type of line of credit or loan. A lot of inquiries in a year flags you at as a higher risk. So keep those inquiries to a minimum. I won't give you a number that you should go for, but just apply for credit when you need it. Don't apply for it just because. That's a good way to look at it. Getting your first credit card. You may get denied for an unsecured credit card, which is a credit card that all you're doing is just signing your name and applying and seeing if you're approved. That's an unsecured credit card because you have nothing securing it. If you have no credit history, you may need to get what's called a secured credit card. So a secured credit card is when you put a deposit down, and that deposit, it will be your credit limit. So if you have a deposit of $300, that's going to be your credit limit. Your credit limit is going to be $300. The secured credit card process. What you want to do is you want to call for an appointment or go to your small local bank or a credit union and ask to get a secured credit card. The reason why I say a small one is because they may be more they may be trying to get customers, and being that they don't have a huge branch, they may be a little more lenient when it comes to the terms. So you might go, okay, I want to put down a $300 credit limit. So they'll allow you a 300 instead of applying for a minimum of like 1,000. I think the bigger branches, they want at least 1,000 or 2,000. You want to make sure you bring certain pieces of information with you. You want to bring your ID card, your social security card, 1 to 2 pay stubs as proof of income, and you want to bring that deposit, which is the most important thing. You want to bring that deposit for the secured credit card. So once everything is said and done, then they give you your credit card. You can start using it for everyday purchases. You want to make sure that you ask them certain things like what do they need, what should you look out for, and they'll be able to give you all that other information. So you want to use this card for your everyday purchases: gas, food, if you smoke cigarettes, if you like to drink a little, some alcohol. At the end of the month, you want to pay that credit card off. And the reason why I say pay it off is because you want it to be available to you. You want to get in the habit of paying your credit card, and you want the credit card to be available to you anytime you need it. Congratulations, you now have a revolving credit payment history. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to apply for a secure loan. And I'm going to go through the secure loan application process with you. First thing you want to do is you want to call for an appointment or go to a small local branch or credit union to ask for a secure loan. The reason why I say the smaller branches, just like the secured credit card, is because they have better terms that will suit your needs if you can't afford a big loan down payment. So some branches, they may say, well, you need a minimum of $1,000. You might need a minimum of $2,000. You want to make sure that the minimum amount is low, so that way you can get the process done as quickly as possible. So you want to make sure you have your ID card, your social security card, and the payments, the two forms of proof of income, which is your pay stubs. And also you want to have that deposit for the secured loan. The loan amount should be very low, like I said. You can ask for a $300 limit or a $500 limit within that range. It may make it easier for you. You want to tell them that you want the loan terms to be about 6 months to a year. That'll get the ball rolling a lot faster. You don't want it to be a drawn-out loan because this isn't your plan. Your plan is to get a credit history. That's your goal at this point. You want to get a credit history. You want to make sure that your payments are always on time and you never miss a payment until the loan term is up. So this also gets you in the habit of paying your loan on time and paying it without missing a payment. And once that's all said and done, congratulations, you have an installment loan payment history. Get ready for the credit card and loan offers to come in the mail. Once you have established a revolving credit and an installment loan reporting to the credit bureaus, you're going to get a lot of unsecured credit cards and loan offers coming in the mail. So you might consider it junk mail if you don't need it, but it's always good to have those coming to you to let you know that you have some type of capital at your disposal. At your disposal if you need it. If you don't need it, you could just throw it right in the trash. But if you do need it and it comes at that right moment and you apply, you get approved, that can be a wonderful thing sometimes. You want to use your debt wisely. A powerful technique you can use. You want to use your credit cards to free up some cash flow or to increase your cash flow. Then pay off the credit card as soon as possible. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a bill. Let's say you have car insurance, and that car insurance is about $150 a month. Okay, so let's say after a 12-month payment, you're paying about $1,800. So let's say you call up your car insurance provider and you say, hey, I would like to pay this off for the year. Let's say 6 months to a year. So let's say that they say, okay, we'll do it for a year. So instead of you paying $1,800 for the year, you're paying about $1,500 for the year. They give you a discount. So you could take your credit card and you could pay off your insurance for the year, $1,500. So you can use that $1,500 to pay down your credit card, and you can also pay it down a lot faster by putting in bigger chunks. So let's say instead of you paying that credit card in a year, you pay it off within 6 months. So now you have money at your disposal with the credit card. if you need your credit card, you can use it. And also, within 6 months, that $1,500 is paid off, and you have an extra $1,500 in your pocket for the next 6 months. It's a very powerful technique, and if you use that on multiple bills that you have, that can actually free up your cash flow, and it can allow you to do great things in the future. So if you have a credit card and you're able to open up some kind of cash flow, probably fund a business or have a little side hustle that puts a little extra money in your pocket on a monthly basis, you can do that as well. Anyway, that's for me today. I want to thank you guys for tuning into today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter. You can join my mailing list. Links are in the description. Don't forget to rate and comment and share this video with anyone you feel needs to build up their credit. If someone has questions about building their credit from the ground up, from zero, from scratch, this video will give them the thing that they need, and they can get a running start to a perfect credit score. Anyway, that's for me today. I want to thank you guys for tuning into today's video. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.